This is the village of Guînes. The centre is about 1 kilometre from where I'm standing. This is the roundabout as you leave the village. And here we have campsite Les Bien Assise, 5-star campsite. It's built around a country house, which we will shortly see. But this is the main way in. And I found this way in quite impressive as it came off from that roundabout and is not in the middle of nowhere, as you can often find with campsites. And there's the reception in front of me. Now, Les Castels is a group of campsites throughout France. There's more than 50 of them now, which I believe started off when the owner bought the first place, and then he liked it so much but he couldn't do much with it, and so he decided to start a campsite, and which allowed him eventually to refurbish the country house that he'd bought. So now this group throughout the country, and this one is the furthest north, 16 kilometers from Calais. Today is the 24th of September and the season's coming to a close. In fact, the place will be closing in 3 days' time for the winter. It's open for 6 months, from the beginning of April until the last weekend in September. As can be heard, you cannot really hear much from the road. Okay, in the distance maybe, but it's a quiet place. I've been here now for 3 days, and it seems to me as though I am the youngest person on the campsite, which is a good thing if you're looking for peace and quiet. Nearly all the visitors here are from the United Kingdom, so if you don't like British people, this isn't the place to come to. There are also, though, guests from Germany and the Netherlands. Since I've been here, I haven't seen any French. In front of me, I've got the shower block, which is suitable for physically challenged people. It's a very big showers and toilets in the same place. Some of the showers have been now closed. The reason for that is obviously because it's close to the end of the season. There we've got washing machines which cost €5, but they're sort of these commercial type machines, not these small things that you have at home. Here we have a swimming pool which is in this greenhouse-like structure. The water is not heated. I was in it yesterday. It wasn't cold for me, although I need to point out that as I often wash myself in cold water, I've probably got more resistance than most people have. And in the summer they actually open this so that only part of it's covered and the other part isn't. It goes to a depth, though, I'd say about 1.60 meters, something like that at the deep end. Exercise area, which is now very common in many countries, and I think that's a good sign. Here we have the bar. It's a bit like a French pub sort of place. They serve what they call to be fast food, sort of thing you might eat in a bar anywhere else, but they say if you want a taste of proper French cuisine, you should go to the restaurant, which is out the back and which we will go and see right now. Oh, and there's something from the past, a telephone box. Here we have the chateau. On my left there's a television room. There's also, you can also get fresh bread here, although they closed that last weekend. But for most of the season, that's open. There's a dovecot there, historic dovecot. And there's the restaurant, La Ferme Gourmande. And next to it, there is a hotel with 7 rooms. Now, a hotel for 7 rooms is very difficult to make to work, but obviously this is linked to the campsite anyway. Then people can move from one place to the other and work in both. And that's called l'Auberge de Colombier, the Dovecot Hotel. Sounds better in French. That thing there looks a bit a cannon. It is in fact a carriage with a bit of pipe on it. Here we have the grounds of the country house. Magnificent view coming around here. Guînes itself is it's a historic village, and it's noted historically for the Field of the Cloth of Gold, which took place in 1520, the meeting between Henry VIII of England and King Francois I, a summit meeting designed to put an end to war. It didn't work very well because we were at it again within a couple of years, but that's its main claim to fame. Guînes was in England until 1558, when it was taken by the French during the reign of Queen Mary. That's a pretty magnificent view for a campsite, I'm sure you'd agree. Now, as a 5-star campsite, it isn't particularly cheap for France. It's, by British standards, is cheap, but not for France. But you can see it's got lots of services which are attached, and it's so very close to the village as well, which I think is another positive sign. You're looking at per vehicle between 11 and 16 euros, plus there's a charge per person, per dog, and for internet. There's more details of cost in the link, so please see that. Second set of bins here. If we come up here, we can see the exclusive parking area, which I think comes at a bit of extra cost. There's water all over the place, and electricity next to each plot as well, so you don't have to walk very far for water. This is the premium place, and there's a premium motorhome here in the premium place. There's only one. I think now's a very good time actually to travel, because you have much fewer people, although of course as you come into the season in October, if you're looking for campsites, it gets much harder in many countries, including in Italy. So if you're leaving the UK and you want to kick off with a great start, you can come here. Or alternatively, if you are returning to the UK, you might want to have one last night in France. So this is definitely the place to do that. 16 kilometers from Calais, around 60 kilometers, maybe slightly less, to Dunkirk. I tend to use the Dunkirk crossing, and it's less than 15 kilometers to the Channel Tunnel. So good place to start, a good place to end, and also a good place to stay.